Welcome back, my friends, to episode 5 of the Great Guitar Build of 2023 kit build, blah, 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 blah. So I promised you some staining and some colour and a name. So I'll quickly talk through the colours and then explain why I've done it this way and everything. So I've used crimson stains, as you should see. Is it phthalo blue on the majority, or which I don't think they sell anymore, but anyway, then the royal blue, and then we've gone cherry red and black. Now what you'll notice I've done is bursts are normally always the other way around, aren't they? Dark on the outside, light on the inside. You do get some, you know, those Yamahas, they sort of have a transition that way. PRS have done that, I think Gibson as well at times. But anyway, now, so I'm going to tell you what the name of the colour is first, this scheme. This is Nova Burst, and this is going to be a Nova Caster. So the influence, it's not like I've copied anything exactly, but the influence was a supernova, if you can see that. Sort of a boom with it spreading out. And the red is to just sort of give a sort of an impression of the dying embers of the explosion. I like it anyway. I'm quite pleased with that. It's come out quite well. After much debate about what to do, I was umming and ahhing about whether to use that, leave that bit of the maple top plain, but in the end I thought I'd dye it, and I'm pleased I have now. I actually like how that works and looks. But I've kept around the side, so like a faux binding idea. Yeah. Okay. Now, on the neck, I did very similar. Not remove the tape yet. Let's just pull that off while I'm talking to you. So essentially doing the same. I wanted the same effect, but because it's a bit smaller, I haven't got the space in effect to do the whole thing. So I thought I'd just do like, you know, that way round. In effect, with its sort of lining up with the guitar. That was the feeling, but with the body. Anyway, again, I'm quite happy with how everything's turned out. I'm thinking it's looking quite good. So, rest of the finish. The neck I'm going to finish using Crimson Guitars oil, and I'll show doing that. The body I'm actually going to use their wipe-on waterproof filling, which cover, which I've never used. I had a little bit of an experiment with it, and we'll have a go with that. I just thought I'd try something different for more than anything, and to try and get not a gloss but more of a sheen than you can perhaps get with oil. That was the intention anyway, and we'll see how that goes. So come along for the rest of the ride. So this is after the first coat of the wipe-on finish. Some problems. first of all, it's pulled it round onto the edge in a few places, the finish, which is a bit annoying. And there's a couple of spots where for some reason the finish has gone thin, if you can see that there. That's the main one that's worrying me. There's another one over here that seems to have gone through. And on some bits of the edge it feels a lot more, the grain has risen far more than I would have expected, given I'd sanded it and watered it and sanded it. Not everywhere, but in some places. So, what to do? I think I'm going to sand down at least the edges, definitely again. And then I'm going to have to look at some of these bits on the finish to see whether I can improve them again with the stain before I do it again. Well, I hope you can see that, folks. I've put on 6 coats of the Wipon, and I've just buffed it using the Crimson guitar polish, which I bought a little while ago, and I thought I'd use it, given it was their finish. I think the Wipon poly, if I'd have done it Wipon from the beginning, would have been better. It's still got a bit of a bleed over onto the side from the stain, which is a little unfortunate in a few places, but it's not, you know, and I'm actually quite happy with that. It's a nice durable finish, or at least it feels that way. Definitely an alternative to oil if you can't spray, without any shadow of a doubt. So I'm really happy with how the back looks. That's come out marvellous. The front, yeah, pretty good. I'm quite liking that with the stain and everything. Probably going to leave it a bit longer, give it another buff out at some point. The Wipon finish says it takes 2 weeks to cure, so anyway, I've got the neck and the various other bits to be working on anyway, so probably not much assembly will take place until then anyway, so that's okay. Onto the neck. That's how the inlay and staining went. Anyway, neck I'm doing with oil finish. I'm using Crimson stuff again, which I've used several times on different guitars and necks. Penetrating guitar oil. This is I've got enough in there for one coat, definitely, and then onto the high build. That's how I've done it before a few times. I use the penetrating as bottom coat, base coat, and then I use the high build for the subsequent coats. Probably 4 at least, maybe 5, maybe 6, but it's normally 4 is what I've done in the past on this. See how it goes. This is the neck done. It's got a beautiful colour. I'm really happy with that, and the stain has come out okay on that. But yeah, no, it's got a beautiful looking colour. went quite dark quite quickly with the first coat, really. But anyway, for those of you that like that sort of aesthetic, I got this from Allegory in the UK, under £100, I believe it was, and I'm quite impressed. I've used one of these before, so anyway, that's the neck. Well, I'm going to call it there for this episode. So there's the body. It's been curing for a couple of days. What do I feel about the lacquer? Probably as scared as I was the first time I ever did an oil finish, to be honest. So, but it's okay. There's some bits I could have done differently, perhaps better. My advice would be really ensure that you've got grain rise sorted out before you try, because I had to resand back down because the grain rose a lot more than I expected, a lot more than I think it would have done if I'd have used oil. My idea of using the foam brushes was not a good idea, so do wipe it on. I used tissue paper. Again, halfway through that, I thought maybe what I should have done was found some lint-free cloths that I should have used. But anyway, it's there. There you go. And I've just finished the neck. This has got, I think I've done, 5 coats on that now. In the end, I did 2 of the penetrating oil, just very simply because that was what was left in the bottle, so I thought I'd use it up. And then I did 3 high build. I was intending to do 1 penetrating and then 4 high build, but in the end I've done 3. And I'm happy to leave it where it is. That feels okay for me. I'm quite happy with that. But that is fresh off the press. That's just literally only been done in the last sort of half hour or so. So that's going to wait to cure a bit. I shall give that another quick rub down, etc. So next episode, I think I'll introduce you to the electronics and what I'm doing and do the wiring. And then we'll probably have one more episode after that, which will be final assembly and everything like that. Oh, I must do crown and polish on the frets on this. I probably won't film that because there's plenty of people you can watch that do a better job than me. But I'll probably do that at some point. Now that this is finished, I should let that cure off a little bit for a few days and then probably do that. But anyway, so yeah, next episode will be wiring, and then probably the last episode will be putting it all together and showing you what it ends up like. Please like, comment, subscribe, da-di-da-di-da. Particularly comment. Thank you very much for those who comment. I really do appreciate all your advice and wisdom and encouragement, etc. Very, very much appreciated. One thing to note with this, I always do these things because I'm not really here about the YouTube. I'm here about doing this for myself, and I just use this as a way of essentially engaging other people in helping me to a certain degree. Anyway, I've always used just the Windows video editor. I filmed this on an old phone of mine, and then just copy it all onto the computer and use that bit of free software. Because as I say, this is not intended to be professional anyway. Anyway, Windows, Microsoft are withdrawing support for that. So I've moved over to Clipchamp, so I've used that to edit. So if any of you have got any comments, suggestions, improvements, etc. that you can see, and Clipchamp, can't say that, please let me know. I hope it's going to look all right. I've been doing some editing with the bits I've already filmed, and it's going okay once I've got into a workflow with it that's different from the other one, as ever with these things. But anyway, just to let you know. So if you notice anything different, that's the reason. I've moved over to Clipchamp as my editing software. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Again, please do comment, and please go and support other people in the Great Guitar Build of 2023.